Hey, welcome back. We're back in Timberborn in our Windtop Bluff colony, and as you can see, we're right at the end of the drought for cycle 4. We do have some water left, so I would consider that a win. And as soon as the water comes back here in about a little over half a day, we'll turn on all these pumps here and hopefully fill up all of our water that we've got in here. But this time, I want to finish this bad water shutoff that we've got going on here. In fact, we're going to have to figure out a way to get out here, I think. Because we're going to have to find... Where can we go here? Tell you what, we'll just put in stairs, and they should be able to get down there and get that working. And we're going to want to go ahead, get in our levees here. And we will put in, actually, before I put this one in, let's go ahead and put in the floodgate. We're just going to put it right there. And we're going to put those two in. That should be able to be built. And let's go ahead and get the levees in the rest of the way here. There we go. New stuff. They should be able to build a lot of that. We'll say that that's fairly important so that we can go ahead and get this redirected so that if there's any bad tide, yeah, we're going to lose some of this and probably a little bit around here, but I'm not quite as worried about it. Let's make sure that these are unpaused so that each one gets people in them. Let's prioritize getting them emptied so that we can get more and more water. We'll go back up to 20 hours to make sure that we get enough. Over here, they've been working on some of this forest over here, but not a ton of it. So just over there is fine. We do have about 360 science, which is pretty good. We've got a good start on it. Oh, look at that. They've got their... There we go. Let's get you in there, and we'll get... Once... Let's see. You need to go up to 1, and then we can unpause these. There we go. And that'll take care of the bad water flush on this side. Now all we need is, 1, we need to plant these chestnut trees here. And are you guys still trying to pull in stuff? Yep, looks like you are. So let's go ahead and we'll build bridges across here. There we go. Bridges can go there. And you know what? I'm going to take that one out of there. And we're going to put in one more of these. And let's get an aquatic farm right here. Can we afford one? 150? Yeah, we sure can. That gets us at least a little place in the river that we can plant some spatter dock, which gives us even more well-being. We'll just go down this way. And how far was that range on that? You can get all the way down to here. Not wander under there. Would think they'd be able to, but maybe not. Well, if that's the case, what if I do this? How can you get down there? Yes, you can. Maybe not all the way down as far as I would like, but that's okay. We'll just cut that off right there, and they can live with the spatter dock that they get. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and we will make sure, 1, we've got plenty of water coming in, going out. They're filling that back up. It's the 3rd day, but we're still a little low on water. Now, do I really want another water pump here? I kind of do, just to make sure that we're getting this all filled up. So we'll go ahead and put in another water pump. It's crazy amounts of water pumps, but that's okay. We'll make sure that those get taken care of as well so that we can get all the water while we still have water. That's all set up. They can come over. They can take care of this. They can take care of that. How's our gears? Our gears are full, so we really don't need that or that anymore. We can redirect those beavers somewhere else. We've got plenty of builders. Would you look at that? That's already done. We've got another drought. Well, I have a feeling it's going to be a long drought. So if we start pulling in maybe some more trees in the meantime, what are you doing food-wise? Not terrible, I guess. We have this. We have potatoes. We need more carrots, it looks like. Let's plant maybe some more carrots. There we go. Carrots. We can do some carrots here. It's not a bad tide. Let's go ahead and we might as well grab berries if we can. That's all looking good. We've got quite the setup going here, but what I do need is a bit of a reservoir. So I think we're gonna start building a reservoir here. Don't know if we'll get it done this time, but we'll see. Let's just go straight across here. There we go. We'll go all the way down to here. We'll just make a really big waterfall. And then they can come this way, out to here and here. And then they can go around. And this will give us not the biggest reservoir, but it will do some work for us. So let's go ahead and build floodgates just to store that little bit extra of water there. There we go. And let's do this. And they can come around here. Yeah, I think it'll be better than what we have. We'll put it that way. We'll have to figure out some kind of way to get some pumps down in there, but at least we'll have some water saved somewhere. Let's go ahead, get in storage down here. More trees. Let's say that that's super important. We'll say that's importing. Is this one already set to export? Yes, it is. So that one can be exporting. What do we have? We only have one spare room, huh? Okay, well, one thing we could do to help out, let's go ahead, get another decoration. Continue on with our weird decorations here. You know how beavers love weird decorations. There we go. And then we need, looks like a shrub and one of those on there. We'll even put in one of those for extra stuff. And then we need shrub and mini house. There we go. That'll work. Now that we've got these, we do need storage, or we're going to need storage for more of the grilled spatter dock once we get those in. So grilled spatter dock, and then we're going to need a place to actually store the spatter dock. Let's see. The food's sort of going back up. Okay at the moment. We might need to commandeer some of this space. Or we might do this over here since it's already got a decent amount. Would you look at that? We're full on water. 1,000 water. You know what? We'll leave one pumping, but otherwise I think it'll be okay. We can put a farm down here if we wanted to. Let's start with the farm here first, though. Let's grab the aquatic farmhouse. And well, I'm going to move this one. Move you. You know what? Let's move you too. We'll put you on the other side over here. There we go. That's good for now. They should still be able to reach all the trees. Looks like it. Let's do food. Let's do our aquatic farmhouse right here. One quick stairway down. And we can use this for other type of food. Although I don't think we've got what it takes to process that at the moment. I'm pretty sure we don't. So we might... Oh, they're starting to pick stuff again. Wonderful. Hopefully we don't need a third farm. Well, we're going to do a third farm over here, probably. Let's start another farm. Efficient farmhouse. Put it there. That should cover most of everything. And let's do plant crops. For now, we're just going to do spatter dock since we don't have grist mills yet. We might get them soon, but we're not going to have them quite yet. We're going to do more carrots here, and then we're going to start a bit of wheat, even though, again, we don't have grist mills. Yeah, that'll do. We'll go ahead and take this path out of here since we don't need it anymore. I don't think we'll actually need this path. There we go. That can get out of there. They can plant those just as soon as they can. What are we missing on? Not a lot of them have wet or campfire and rooftop. They're not going to have while we're. Oh, you know what? That needs to go down to 16 so that they can get their stuff back. Can get to feeling a bit better. We're going to need another grill somewhere. Where do we want to put another grill? A good question. You know what? Before we do the grill, let's do a contemplation spot here and there. They can get just a couple of extra points. That looks good. We'll just do something like that. In fact, I might do this, and then let's do a grill. I want to do one up here. I could. I definitely could. But I think I'd almost rather do one right here, but that blocks them from a lot of that space. You know what? We're going to go with putting it right there. And to do that, let's see if we can put in this. Can I build over that? No, I sure can't. This can go here, you can go here, and we'll put this in there. They can store storage, small warehouse. There we go. We'll put the spatter dock in here as kind of the intake. That can go in there. Let's go ahead. Connect those up. That looks good. Yeah, I think that'll work just fine. Decent amount of water going around. They've got plenty to build. Do we still have people? We have one in the inventor. What else? We could start on our metal, which might not be a bad idea. Let's go ahead, plant this tree here. And, oh, would you look at this? We've got chestnuts. So, that means this grill might actually have to be for... Nope, we're leaving that as spatter duck. We've already set it up for spatter duck. Let's do a chestnut grill. If I move this down here, and then we do... After roof is lantern, and then rub. And we could even do one extra. We do lantern, rub, and I can take this out of here. This, and this, and we put another one in here, specifically for grilled chestnuts. We'll get another one of you. There we go. You can be grilled chestnuts, and then we just need some storage somewhere, or just the regular non-grilled chestnuts, which might just come down to it. We'll just put them in here. Do this. Regular chestnuts here. There we go. I think that'll work. Can't fit you in there. Oh, we've got spatter dock. Those guys aren't doing anything, so they can pause and go find something else. That's good over here. Don't think this is going to last the whole drought, though, somehow. I think it's going to go dry. But we've got... It's halfway in, almost, it looks like. That's actually a lot farther than I thought it would get. So, that's not a bad start. I do want to start removing some of these fields here, though. All of this has to go. It just has to go, basically. I think we're going to situate some some industry up here, and we need to get that area cleared out. No more Blueberry Hill. Let's see, what do you have over here? Let's just do more of these trees over here. There we go. When they want to start planting those, they'll get those in. They've got chestnuts in here. What are they all working on building? Let's take a quick look. They've got logs. Are they manually moving their own logs? Well, that all dried up. They oh, too late. But that's okay. We'll get some of that taken care of in a bit. It's paused anyway, so if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Let's go ahead, get our stuff out there. Let's get metal. There we go. 250? I don't have 250, so we'll have to come back to that idea. That one recipe is for spatter dock, but we're going to pause it. This one is for chestnuts. It's fine. We're up to 13 well-being already. That's not bad. Not bad at all to start. Hopefully that means we're getting a couple more kits here and there. We've got 825 water left and 870 food left. That's, again, not too bad. At some point, we're going to have to build this up, get a reservoir up here, so this stays full of water the whole time. But we might look into sluices before we do that. So we're definitely going to have to take care of that. Is there anything that's really needing built rapidly? We can take those out. We can take... No, that's still good. We can pause these. Maybe we can bring in some more logs. Those all done. That's all taken care of. Are you guys... You guys aren't in range of anything. So let's just do this. We're going to say no more down there. I can move those out. Log left. That's fine. Okay, there we go. Come pick that up. They can move them out. This is an outward. This is an inward. Putting that there seems to have helped quite a bit. Let's go ahead and turn these back on. Get more lumber going. What did we hit on our goals? Well, it wasn't wet fur. Rooftop terrace. Okay, so they're slowly getting better and better. Can't blame them too much for that. They've got more housing to be able to expand the beaver population again. It might be time to look into getting more science huts. But then again, we have a hard time with the population anyway. So let's just keep an eye on it for now. Let's plan on getting maybe something like this. This is looking good. And then that's the structures. I maybe put path up there so they can start taking all of this out. Let's turn these guys back on. Back up to 20 hours for them. And all of this looks like it's going all right. This'll... Yep, that looks good. Let's turn these back on. I don't think they get a lot in here, but might as well get what they can. Builders are good there. Are you just kind of sitting there? You're just kind of sitting there, so go find me something to do here. Should be plenty of places that you can pull in logs. Let's go ahead. We'll put you and you in here. And then you reach over to about there. So if I put another one in, I'm gonna put it in here. I could reach a whole lot of stuff. What about if I put it all the way up to, say, here? That's where I want it, right there. If we can clear out that section, and then maybe a trip up there, and a trip up there. I'd hate to waste the logs, but if we're going to build a giant tree farm, we're going to need it anyway. So, what's the metal? It's 250. I'm close. Am I out of scientists again? I am out of scientists again. I think they've all gone to fill up the water, which that does happen. I think a lot of the building that's getting done is over here. You know what? I might set these to slightly lower. As much as I could use these, I would like to see some of the other projects finished first. Specifically, maybe this grill and... let's see. This has got to go back in there. Let's put you in here. We'll get the wheat there. And then we do have a ton of stuff to remove there. Are we back full on water? Yeah, we're full on water already. Let's go back down to 2 and see how it hangs out with just 2. And that puts us at 10 beavers down. How are we doing? We still have 6 unoccupied beds. That's okay. As long as everybody is working, I think we should be hanging in there all right. You can go to there, and oh, you can go all the way down to here. So why don't I plant spatterdock all the way down to here? Doesn't make sense not to, right? More the better. We need to get some people over here, so let's get people over here. Take this out, this out. There we go. That's all looking good. They are... somehow they missed a bush or it regrew. I'm not sure. There we go. They're starting to clear out what I will call our industrial zone. Looks like we've got trees finally growing in here. That's good. We want to see that. Our grilled chestnuts, grilled spatterdock, and sunflower seeds. I think we need more area for sunflower seeds, honestly. In fact, why don't I go ahead, do a second farm, maybe take this one out. Just do another one here. I can do sunflowers all through here. Good amount of sunflowers, at least. There we go. How far can you get? You can get all the way down there. You know what? Sunflower at all. Sunflowers are always hard to come by anyway, so you know what? Might as well. And we don't have the beavers for it, that's for sure. Now, what do we got? We got another drought. We put up these nice diverters really early, and then it decides that it doesn't want to actually give us a bad tide. I think it knew we meant business when we put in these that early, but who knows? That's just very weird luck for you. Over here, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna make sure there's somebody getting science. We have to have science. I hate to take those down, but we need people other places. Hopefully... oh, would you look at that? We're full of planks. So all of our industry is currently off. We just don't need it at the moment. We've got a lot of people planting over there. We've got some people planting here. This is not quite grown yet, so maybe we can get that done by the end of the time. Chestnuts, that's this. They've got this. How is campfire? They're not probably making it to the campfire on 20 days. So we'll let them grow up on the sunflower aisle over here. While we're waiting there, oh, 245. Well, maybe I'll just wait a second and get a scavenger flag going. Come on, 248, 249, and there's our 250. So we're going to put this down. We're going to get those. Let's get our storage here. This can be for scrap metal, and of course it goes out. Do we have the beavers to worry about it? Not really, but you know, if they get it, they get it. What else are these? What are these guys focusing on building? Oh, they're focusing on clearing. I would still rather have them do this than that. Let's see. We're going to need... I'm going to actually get another one of these. There we go. And that means we can empty this. Empty this. That one I don't care about. And then... once we get those done, what do we need power-wise? For this, we need some blocks. We're going to need windmills. Lots of windmills. So, we might start on some of these. They take 120. Of course, I don't have the science for it. This colony seems science-starved, and odd thing is, we should have plenty of beavers. We just have them going absolutely everywhere all the time to try and keep up with just the size of the colony. So, let's do this. Let's do... are we out of potatoes? We need more potatoes. Anything I can probably sacrifice for the moment. Pause you. We'll pause you. We'll pause you and you. Seem to have a decent amount of that. We don't need the gatherers at the moment. There's the drought. You know what? Those two can stay. We have you. How close are you? You're only 41%. So go find something else. Over here. They're still working on that. You guys are pretty much done with this area. So that's good. Let's go ahead and take a road down. Maybe, just maybe, they can build in a little bit faster from the bottom over here. Not 100% sure, but we'll find out. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. They should be able to build maybe more than one at a time over here, at least. There's that. These guys are still working on carrots. Got some grilled chestnuts. The potatoes are filling back up. That's good to see. Years. Do I have all of my industry back off? Yes, unfortunately. There we go. Those can go away. We have 7 kits, adults. What could I provide that would give them a little more boost? Get done faster. Not a lot that I have the ability to do at the moment. The grilled spatter duck will add a little bit. Wet fur? Oh, let's turn you down to maybe 16 hours so that they can do just a little bit better there. Don't have any spatter duck. How long is this gonna take? That's almost done. Okay, so we'll leave those two guys. This one, we'll close this one for a minute. He's still working on clearing out logs for us. Once all of those get cleared out, we can take that down. Did I have those marked? Not in your range. Yes, yes it is. There's our spatter duck, our first spatter duck. So that should help. We've got all of this in. Reservoir's coming along here. It's not doing too terrible. More goals. That wasn't the spatter duck. What was that? I don't know. They're probably doing better since I just gave them a little bit of extra time off. Maybe we'll get a couple of extra beavers out of the deal. Go ahead. More housing. More weird roof decorations. You, and you, and you. Is anybody in any of these? Nope. How about here? Nope, can't sacrifice people there. You've still got potatoes to work on. Are we just out of potatoes? No, he just needs more potatoes. Chestnuts we're working on. And trees we're not doing bad on, but... I'm gonna go ahead, get in this. How did I don't know how one grew up there. Let's grab one of these and we'll put that back in the middle of the forest like we're going to do. Right about there. Yeah, that looks good. And then we can worry about getting more trees over here. Those beavers are we just constantly need beavers. That's nothing new, though, in one of my playthroughs. It's just constant need for a larger labor force. Hey, there we go. We've got most of the food stuff taken care of. Grilled spatter duck, campfire. All right. Anything else? No. Suppose we could do... Well, we need the science for a bunch of stuff. Let's get more science going, because we're just really far behind on that. We're not pulling in any metal. This, we still need a little bit of time on. Grab more of these. At least our industry's back up at the moment. We can look into, at some point, windmills. And we will need gravity batteries once we get some actual science going here. So let's just take a minute and we'll come back after this one and see what we have if we can get a little bit more science. The start of cycle 7, and our water got a little bit lower than I would have liked, but we've got a medium tank extra this cycle, so hopefully those fill back up. We did manage to get our grills. All 3 of our grills are now producing stuff. Even if our spatter duck, they've got it full, but we don't have any extra at the moment. So we'll have to deal with what we can deal with there. We've got our gears filled back up. Our planks are full, so we can pause those. We've got our field cleared of things. And most importantly, we got our... mini reservoir in here. So here in a second, we should see it start to fill up. And then we can bank on that during some of these extended droughts that we're going to start getting to pull in some more water. Look at how that's filling up. Really going good. Looks like we lost most of our chestnut trees, though. So... I'm just going to go ahead and mark them to cut so that we can pull all the lumber in from them. And then once they're replanted, we'll worry about that next time. Ooh, I do need to restart my farms. Those are all important. There's farms over here. They're going all right. Do we have the beavers for everything here? We're not building anything that's too important at the moment. It looks like we're out of spatter ducks, so let's pause that. We're not getting any chestnuts for a while, so we'll pause that. But we're up to 1.6k food. The water is going back up. It should fill all of these up and hopefully have over 1,000 water as well. This we don't need anymore. There we go. Let's get all of that. We do want to get those. So it looks like we're going pretty well. We even started pulling in some of our metal. So next time, I think we'll take a look over here and... Ooh, let me clear this out real quick. We're just going to clear that out, clear that out. This guy is not needed anymore. Oh, and there's our first bad tide. Well, we'll have to see how well our locks do next time. So, as always, just want to say thank you very much for stopping by and hope to see you next time. Bye!